Hello and welcome to another blog. In today's blog, I just want to talk about today. There's not much to talk about today because nothing happened, really. We went over to the catacombs, but the catacombs took like 4 minutes to go through because there was just 1 or 2 of them. Basically, it looks deserted. It looks like someone's just forgotten about it. So, that's why it doesn't work. And the catacombs are basically just, you go down some steps and you see this sort of like religious thing with Jesus all over the walls. And you go down a bit further and then there's this big drop. And you go down some stairs into this drop and there is actually nothing. So we thought it'd take quite a long time. We thought there were loads of catacombs, but in fact there was only about 3. And then we came back here and spent about 4 hours doing something really exciting. Bugger all. We've done nothing now for the last 4 hours. We watched the news, which was in English, which was nice. World news, which is disappointing. I do think it's irritating that there are only a few channels on this TV. I think it would be a bit more exciting if they had like CBBC channel and BBC One at least. If we had BBC One, we could watch Doctor Who and we could watch Torchwood. Who'd want to watch Doctor Who? Don't know, but I would still love to. Time now is around about I've got a watch right in front of me. 17:58 and 10 seconds, which is actually 5 o'clock, and we're near to 6 o'clock soon. I am very hot at the moment. I'm boiling and baking in here. Very hot day. I'm actually sweating properly. Oh dear. My skin is starting to peel, which is very weird. I'm going to come a bit closer to you. Yeah, so my skin's starting to peel now, which is weird. Look at that. Look, it's starting to really go. Yeah. I just realised that the quality of the light is awful here. So yeah, we just sat and watched the news for most of today, which is very boring. And I was so bored that I actually read the comic book in Doctor Who Adventure magazine. And I sat there reading this magazine, totally bored, and I found out that it's actually highly offensive, this magazine. I was ripping up people's faces because they were irritating. There's this boy in there, ugly as sin, going, ah! So I ripped his face up because he was irritating and ugly. Ooh, that's probably telling us that it's now 6 o'clock. 1 hour to dinner. Yeah, this ugly kid. Got rid of him. And there was some offensive stuff in that magazine, so I just sort of ripped it up when it was offensive. In such moments when they're talking about Sontarans and saying silly things about the Sontarans. Like, for example, the home planet is Sontar, which is true, but it's bullshit. What makes me angry about that is that it's such a stupid thing. I think that we, the classic series, should have been the people who chose the name of the Sontaran planet. Sontar is just lazy, you know, picking a name which is basically an abbreviation of the actual monster. So, Sontarans, Sontar. It's like saying the planet of the Daleks is Dale. You know, waste of space. I mean, in the classic series, we gave planets proper names, and there's some really good ones. Menusa, Desperus. Desperus is my absolute favourite. I love that. It's such a wonderful name for a planet. And I think the names of the new series planets are just so lazy. Clom. That's just lazy, isn't it? Planet of the planet of the Slitheen, the planet of the Slitheen. That's a good name for a planet because it's a bit silly because it's extremely long, but it's still a good name. Raxacoricophalabatorius. So easy to say. Split it up. Split it up. You get the word. I mean, it's so easy to say Raxacoricophalabatorius. And then its twin planet Clom. That's just lazy. But of course the Doctor in the new series doesn't visit many planets, so you know, he hasn't visited, I bet he hasn't even managed to visit at least 20. I bet he hasn't even visited 20 yet. I think he went to Mars, that's one planet. He went to Earth, but you can't count that because he goes to Earth every bloody week, you know. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, the planets are just... And the other things that I found offensive was the way they described the Doctor. The Doctor is a Time Lord who travels around space defeating aliens. That's not right. The Doctor isn't a person who goes around defeating aliens. That's not his purpose in life, is it? No. The Doctor's purpose in life is to go to planets and investigate things, basically. Well, not investigate, go to planets and explore them. He doesn't go there to say, well, I'm going to go and destroy the Cybermen now, does he? No, he doesn't, obviously not. He doesn't go round and say, well, I'm going to destroy this race, destroy that race, and destroy that race. Because if he did, he'd be committing high charges of genocide. So he cannot be doing this. So that's not the right description of the Doctor. He doesn't go around fighting aliens. He does, but that's not what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be doing something rather different. No, we're not going to get any good lighting here. So I go over here. Yeah, so... I'm wearing one of the best t-shirts you can wear in Cyprus. It's good because it's not actually a long t-shirt, it's a shorty one. It's very good. I actually look like a German today when I'm dressed up for dinner. I like to dress up for dinner. I like to sort of look smartish. So sort of like have a wash and have a shower before dinner. Makes oneself much more clean. But you know, bubbles are very good, yeah. You get a couple of bubbles and they start multiplying, these bubbles, and you get loads of bubbles, and then you get quite clean. I tried this stuff today, sort of mint shampoo shower gel stuff, and it actually makes you freezing cold. It does, it's literally mad. Anyway, we're going to get on to 9/11 eventually, that's what I'm trying to aim towards. So yeah, I don't think the Doctor, that's not his purpose. And another thing that I found offensive was the fact that the way the magazine describes Amy and Rory, the Doctor's pals, or in fact no, they didn't write that. They said the best pal. No, you've got a whore and someone who can't die. So, well, he can die, but he keeps dying and coming back to life again, dying and coming back to life again. Yes. His death certificate must be very interesting to read. Yeah, so I found that offensive. I mean, one of his best pals, Sarah Jane. What was it about Sarah Jane in the Book of Day I wanted to say something about? I so regret. I wanted to say to, don't ask me to name the person who plays Mike Yates. Oh, his name is no, not Colin Franklin. It's something Franklin. What's his name? Norman Franklin? No, that's not right. Is it Franklin at all? I don't know. Richard Franklin. I think that's his name. I should have said to him, isn't it sad about the Book of Day? Look, you can see how hot I am. I'm literally sweating. Yeah, so that's one thing. Oh look, it's the waitress. What's she doing out there? She should be doing dinner by now, surely. Yeah, it's 8:05. She should be doing dinner. Yeah, that's what I think that's all I want to say about Doctor Who. Ooh, there's no point having a wash. I'm so bloody wet. Ugh, all wet. Ugh. I'm all sweaty now. It's horrible. I just had a shower. Yeah. Hopefully the fan is free today. There's loads of fans in the restaurant, and I think yesterday we stole someone's seat. Because, well, I think the boy was a bit and because I knew this, because he was sort of like, well, I'll try the schnitzel, but I'm not sure what it is. I'll give it a go, but I won't try the schnitzel. I don't know what a schnitzel is. Yeah, so let's talk about 9/11. I don't watch sport, you know that, but it was on the television, and no, actually it wasn't sport, was it? No, it was, shut up doggy, you're not allowed here. Dogs aren't allowed in this hotel, which is wonderful. Wonderful. I think I should ban dogs from Cyprus completely. Because there aren't many dogs at all. So it's good if you get rid of them. Shoo shoo. I said about 3. That sounded very lower class, didn't it? 3. I would like to play with 3 numbers. I think we need to do a lower class update. Check. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. The life of the wife was ended by the knife. I'm telling so lower class because there's so many around me, you see, it's so difficult. I'm telling, I said to this girl the other day, alright, how you doing? You alright? I always do that. That's how I greet people. I spend so many days and nights spending with lower class people, sadly, because most of the world is, that I end up talking like one. But that's how I say hello. I say, alright? Alright? Alright, mate? How you doing, mate? I often say that. I don't often say good morning or good... I want to do that more. Anyway, 9/11. On world news, there was this thing, and it was basically talking about events that are coming up soon. And the people have put one of their events on September 9th. And they've put another one of their events on September 11th. So this is very offensive, and I think it's very silly. They've put 2 of their main events on 9/11, basically. I mean, not it's sort of the same, but that's what they're kind of doing, isn't it? Really, you know. They're sort of they've got 9/11. Wouldn't do that when it's so close to the anniversary or whenever it was. I don't know when 9/11 happened. I do know when 9/11 happened. Yeah. I've been thinking very about this thing recently. Someone offered me a job before I left. It wasn't a job really, it's more like another Xenos, but they offered me a job and I'm thinking about it quite a lot. This person from my course recommended me to it, and I'm thinking about, you know, I'm probably going to go for it when I get back because it pays well. £100 doing jack. So, shouldn't say doing jack because I mean doing jack shit. When I say doing jack, I mean doing jack shit, which is a thing. It's 10 minutes since 8 o'clock happened. No, 6 o'clock happened. And now I'm going to have to sit here for another 50 minutes thinking of something to do. Yeah, goodbye.